Imagine waking up one day only to find that the freedom you once took for granted is slowly slipping away. That sense of liberation, the ability to make choices, express opinions, and live life on your terms seems to be dwindling. It's like a cloud of invisibility has descended slowly and subtly, making us feel like we're losing our liberties. This isn't about the loss of freedom in a single aspect, but rather a myriad of dimensions that shape our existence. Our social interactions, digital footprints, personal decisions, and even political beliefs are all under the microscope. Each one of these dimensions contributes to our overall sense of liberty, yet there's a growing sense of unease, a nagging feeling that we're being hemmed in from all sides. We're not just talking about tangible constraints, but also about the invisible shackles that bind us. In the next few minutes, we'll explore these different facets of freedom and understand why it feels like we're losing it. In the digital age, our every click, every search, every post is being monitored. Now that may sound like a line from a dystopian novel, but it's the reality we're living in. Surveillance has seeped into our digital lives, and it's impacting our personal privacy in ways we may not even realize. Take social media for example. Every like, share, or comment is recorded and analyzed, forming a digital profile that's used to tailor content, ads, and even influence our behavior. Then there's the government surveillance programs like PRISM and XKeyscore that collect and analyze our digital communication in the name of national security. And let's not forget about the numerous data breaches that have exposed millions of people's private information. But where does this leave our sense of freedom? Well, it's a complex question. On one hand, there's a need for security, to protect against cyber threats and maintain law and order, but on the other, there's the right to privacy, to have control over our personal information and who gets to see it. It's this delicate balance between security and freedom that we're grappling with. As we continue to embrace digital technologies, we're also surrendering parts of our privacy, often without fully understanding the implications. In this highly surveilled digital world, our perception of freedom is shifting. Our online actions, once thought private, are now part of a larger data narrative, one that's being written by entities beyond our control. As we navigate this digital world, our sense of freedom is constantly being tested. Social media, a platform for open communication, but is it really free? This question leads us into the paradoxical world of social media, where voices from every corner of the globe converge, yet find themselves often stifled or amplified based on unseen algorithms and policies. Social media has undeniably revolutionized the way we communicate, disseminate information, and engage in public discourse. Yet beneath this facade of openness and inclusivity lies an intricate web of algorithmic biases and content moderation policies that shape our online experiences. These algorithms, designed to cater to our preferences, have a peculiar side effect. They often create echo chambers, amplifying voices that resonate with our own views while muting those that challenge them. This polarization can hamper open dialogue and, paradoxically, limit our exposure to diverse viewpoints. Moreover, the policies that govern content moderation on these platforms frequently come under fire for their perceived inconsistency and opacity. The fine line between hate speech and free speech becomes blurred, leading to instances where voices are silenced under the guise of community standards or platform guidelines. This raises important questions about the role of social media platforms as arbiters of free speech. So, as we navigate this digital landscape, it's crucial to stay informed, question the status quo, and advocate for transparency and fairness in digital communication. After all, the power to speak freely is a fundamental freedom, but it's a power that is often under threat. Work-life balance, a term we all are familiar with, but do we truly understand it? We're living in an era where the lines between our professional and personal lives are increasingly blurred. With the rise of remote work and the gig economy, our homes have transformed into our offices, leading to a constant tug-of-war between our jobs and our personal lives. Burnout isn't just a buzzword, it's a real consequence of this imbalance. Stories of people working endless hours, sacrificing their health and relationships are all too common. But does it have to be this way? The key lies in pursuing work-life harmony rather than balance. This means integrating work and life in a way that they complement rather than compete with each other. It involves setting boundaries, prioritizing self-care, and most importantly, reclaiming our personal time and space. Our pursuit for success should not come at the cost of our personal freedom. Government policies, a necessary evil or a threat to our freedom? Let's take a moment to ponder on this. Around the globe, Governments have rolled out policies that are, on the surface, designed to protect us. But they also raise questions about individual freedoms. Take, for instance, health mandates and lockdowns. These policies, while protective, can limit our personal liberties. We're in a time where the tension between collective welfare and individual rights seems more palpable than ever. It's a delicate balance, and one that's not easy to maintain. The role of government in this equation is crucial. Governments are tasked with protecting us, but when does protection become restriction? When does ensuring safety become an encroachment on our freedom? These are not easy questions to answer, but they're important ones to ask. As we navigate this complex landscape, it's crucial to remember, the balance between collective welfare and individual rights is a fine line to tread. In a world where freedom seems to be on the decline, how can we reclaim it? Finding balance is key. It's about understanding the trade-offs, about deciding what's vital to us and what we're willing to compromise on. It's about asserting our rights while respecting the rights of others. It's about being mindful of our digital footprint, discerning the real from the fake in the realm of social media, and not letting our work consume us to the point where it infringes on our personal freedom. It's not an easy task, but it's crucial to remember that it's our responsibility to safeguard our liberties. It requires constant vigilance, an informed perspective, and an unwavering commitment to our values. It asks for our active participation in discussions, debates, and decisions that affect our freedoms. Remember, the power to reclaim your freedom lies within you. Stay informed, be active, and let's strive for a balanced approach to freedom.